Go Democrats. Biden winning. Uh-oh. Did he win yet?
They're still counting.
Still counting.
I haven't really paid attention.
Still pretending like he ain't gonna win?
Yeah. Everybody, welcome back to Freestyle Friday. Today we are just chatting it up and we're having some wine, you guys. Today we are drinking some wine. My mother gave us this wine. We really like it. 7 Moons Red Blend.
It's a dry
red wine.
Almost like a Merlot.
Yeah, it's really good. We love it. Okay. I feel like we only I don't really get into mixed drinks.
I do.
You know,
it depends on who makes it.
Yeah, you're right.
I like martinis and
my mom made a martini last time we were over her house. She did a really good
margaritas.
job. What's that?
I just don't like them all the time because sometimes drinks can be sweet.
Yeah, I don't like sweet. Yeah, I don't like sweet. Here, take that. We're gonna do a couple of eye masks here. So we don't know who won yet, right? Is that what
Biden won? They didn't stop playing like now. Biden, we got it. He won.
Biden's the selected. Not elected, so no. Biden is the person who's probably going to win. I don't think they did. I'm gonna look it up. I didn't keep track. When I have a dog in this race, I keep track of all this. But because I don't have one in this race, I'm like, whatever. I watch my regular TV shows. It doesn't matter to me. Votes are still being counted. That's what it says.
Now we can see how we get screwed by Democrats. Last time it was Republican. So now we get to see how Kamala Harris and Joe Biden screws us. Last time we got to see how Mike Pence and Trump screwed us.
So we'll see. This
is the end of democracy.
It's funny because Republicans are upset because Biden appears to be the person who's going to win. I told a Republican the other day, I said, really calm down. Okay, because you're getting a Republican anyways.
If you vote for Republican and a Republican light, you'll win. A Republican will win every time.
Every time. We have no dog in this fight.
I'm just ready for holidays.
That's all
I'm so glad that we don't have to deal with this bull crap.
I know.
For the next 4 years, when we then put up another 2 Republicans. We got a new Christmas tree.
We bought a little tree.
We did. We bought a little Christmas tree. It's so cute.
It's
got like fake snow on it too, which I never used to be. I used to be against that.
Yeah, I used to hate that little snow on top of it.
We live in this hotel, so the thing is like we can't have real trees. Yeah. And that's my preference is real trees, really big.
But we decided this year that we're going to be, like, we just really want to... You know how we guys always tell you to bloom where you are and don't wait for perfect conditions? Well, it's kind of like what we're doing. Yeah. We're like, look, I'm not going to sit here and just wait years and years and years and years. You know, like it's all the dreams are going to come true. Yeah, all of our dreams are going to come true.
You got to live now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the thing is, I do what I want. I do what I want now. I don't sit there and go, wait, I'm going to wait till I have this big house. Like, no, I do what I want when I'm living. Yeah. So as long as I'm living, you're supposed to, like Daniel said, bloom where you are. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. I do that all the time. I bloom where I am. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so we got a cute little tree. So and we're going to get some stockings.
And we got some ornaments. The tree's like 4 foot. It's not big. It's just a little 4 foot.
But it has a little stand.
And we got little,
we got some ornaments.
We'll probably show you guys that next week. We're doing that now?
No, we'll wait.
Yeah, we'll wait to show you.
When we start doing the tree. And we're also going to get some stockings.
Yeah. And we're just going to kind of stand it up there on something. We're going to make it look cute. We'll show you guys.
We're going to show you guys our little tour.
Our Christmas display.
Yeah.
And you guys are going to think it's cute.
Right. It's adorable.
Yeah, it is. But you have to have fun and do things that you love no matter what your circumstances. As best to your ability you can. Okay.
And I happen to really love the holidays. And I'm not a Christian. I'm not someone who goes to church. I'm not, but I feel like Christmas is just for everybody.
Yeah.
Seriously, I mean, think about it. The Jackson 5 was they were what you call it, Jehovah's Witness, and they don't believe in celebrating anything, not even birthdays, and they had like 3 Christmas albums.
Right.
They banked on that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just like you kind of like, to me, I feel like everyone celebrates the holidays. I like the holidays. I feel like people get really nice on the holidays, and they also get really mean.
They get,
you know what I mean? Because people get all into buying things unnecessarily.
It's really
get real nuts. But other than that, I think that it's just a pretty time. Yeah. Because I'm a sucker for decorations and I like decorations. I like Christmas movies.
the whole coziness of it. That's the only thing about that. I don't know if I'm because I want to live in a warmer climate like Texas. Like we talk about, we want to move to Texas.
It still gets kind of cold there.
It still gets kind of cold there.
It's not like it does here.
But there's something about like, because we grew up with snow. We grew up with seeing snow and stuff. So I know some people who obviously live in the South and stuff have never grown up with that. So it might be kind of weird having that holiday without.
Remember on the episode of Dallas, that very first episode, it snowed.
Yeah.
Sometimes the South gets snow.
Yeah.
They get it like and it's funny, like in North Carolina, so they get snow.
Yeah.
And they get like a dusting and they close schools.
Yeah.
It's like, y'all really, it's like, this scares them.
Well, that's what happens in
here you have to have like a pile of snow.
In Atlanta, when it rains, if it gets a little bit of a rain, they shut things down in Atlanta.
Right.
I know a lot of people from Atlanta, and they're like, it could be a small amount of rain, and they shut everything down. I'm like, dang, really? Meanwhile, when we were little, we walking in 6 feet of snow. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
It didn't matter at all. But yeah, we're excited for the holidays.
Yeah. I mean, I think that was the one thing like I both hated and loved about New York. Is that New York is very festive during the holidays. But man, when you got it, because everyone walks and takes the trains and stuff. But that snow and the cold, oh man, it is freezing.
The problem is with New York is that everything is built up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everything's built up, not out. So like in Indy, everything is like spread out. It's very white, flat land. In New York, this is the only buildings. Everything is built up. So because of that, snow builds up. It goes up, right? And they don't. It's like a hit or miss.
Yeah, we lived in the Manhattan area, so no one ever drives. Even rich people, everybody just takes. Even if you don't have a driver, then you take the subways, you take the bus, or you take the cabs. You know what I mean? Because it's just the easiest way to get around. Yeah. But man, when it snowed, everything slowed down. The subways
is a mess.
I don't miss that, but I do miss New York and the fact that it was so festive. Yeah. And being away from our family as long as we were, that was the one plus about living there, because we moved there during their first when we got there.
It was in November.
Yeah, it was a Thanksgiving parade.
Yeah.
We finally got to see it up close. And we got to see the biggest Christmas tree.
Yeah. The
Rockefeller Center, yeah. So I do miss New York on that front.
Right. But still, I feel like now, the reason why we got a tree and everything, we're like, well, you know what? We really have to start celebrating this. Like the way we normally would, and, so we can give gifts. Are we giving gifts? We have $50 caps. Are we doing $50 caps?
Yeah, I believe in having because we're not children. Yeah. When it's kids, I think you should go all out and but when you're adults, there needs to be a limit to the price.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't think you can get a good gift for $50. Yeah. That's how I feel. Now, if you want to spend $200 on me, I accept that.
Oh, I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
I'm okay with that. But I don't get offended by a cheaper gift.
No,
I think that it's just the thought that counts, and it's just fun to participate.
Yeah, I don't get people who get seriously mad.
I like to buy gifts.
Well,
because I like to give gifts. I love giving gifts and wrapping presents and stuff. So.
Is it hard for you to find? I feel like for my mom, sometimes it's hard to find mom a gift. My mother has everything. She likes knick-knack stuff. Like she has a lot of little stuff, and I'm like, what does she like? But
I think as we get older, it's harder to buy.
It's hard to buy.
Because even for you, sometimes I feel like I buy you the same thing all the time, and I'm always thinking, what should I get Danielle? What should I get Danielle? Because I know what you're into, but I don't want to keep buying you the same thing every year. It's like it's not even a surprise anymore.
But do you like when people give you ideas?
Yeah, I don't mind. I like ideas. We have a list of I always have a list of things, 10 things I like, and then if you pick one thing from that list, and they're cheap. I'm never gonna put anything like Tiffany earrings, which would be great.
Great,
but no, it's just candles. Yeah, I like candles. I just like the idea of gift giving. Right. I think it's nice to give.
If anyone ever gives me any if you don't know what you're gonna give me for a gift. Candles is never out of the question, particularly Woodwick. But anyways, candles are never out of the question. I love candles. Yeah. You're never wrong. I feel like you never go wrong with candles.
I used to like to buy Toys for Tot.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't have any kids, and I always like buying. I always want to buy toys.
Right.
For Christmas, and since I don't have any children, it's fun to give to some kids. Yeah. So it's nice to go buy them drawing stuff or a baby doll. Right. Or something. It makes you feel good. So I think I hate it. The one thing I hate is children not having Christmas. That drives me up the wall.
It's a really. Whenever I see
we had good Christmases. My mother was a single mom, but she always gave us a Christmas tree, and it really was just more about my mother is very festive.
You know what it was, that we weren't brought up with a lot of money, really anyway, at all. So, but my mom made it to where really my family.
But I had a childhood.
But they made it. It was to where we didn't know we were poor. Mm-hmm. I mean, we didn't know that we had it.
And it's sad because, like, right now the economy is not really doing that well, and people are living in hotels, and people are being, thrown out, and so a lot of kids are sleeping on the streets, and that makes me sad. Yeah. I don't like the idea of anybody sleeping on the street, but especially a child going to sleep hungry or waking up to no Santa Claus or no holiday and being able to be. Because I like kids to be able to be kids. Yeah. You know what I mean?
This pandemic has
crippled.
It's crippled a lot of people, and it's really messed up a lot of families. Right. And it's really the wrong time of year. I don't know. It's to me, it's just kind of sad. Like, I don't like to see kids without. They're so cute. I don't like to see kids. First of all, we were talking about this earlier that.
To me, it's time for the government to step in. And I do hope Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, I hope during the holidays that they do help a lot of these homeless people, because there are a lot of homeless people right now. Right.
Now, I always feel the same way when it comes to this whole presidency thing, or, whoever in office. My hope for whoever's in office, I don't care if it's Democrat, Republican, or other, I always want them to do well. Yeah. Because if they're doing well, that means that we're going to be doing well. History shows that maybe some things are not going to change. Let's just be honest with that. But I always hope that something will change.
People shouldn't be getting kicked out of their homes and having to live in hotels. But the truth is, hotels cost money too. And pretty soon, if you can't afford an apartment, then you can't afford a hotel. So the only place you're going to be living is on the streets. So I really hope that this doesn't happen. Yeah. Especially, we live in Indiana, so it's like it gets really cold here. Yeah. And for people to sleep outside, and a lot of shelters aren't safe. Yeah. Well, shelters in general, they split up kids. Yeah.
Shelters are in general are not very safe, or just people who don't even have kids too.
I mean, during the holidays, when they say the suicide rate goes up,
it goes up
because a lot of lonely people, just being lonely, people feel like, because the holiday is based on having family and doing things with others, that a lot of people who are, it doesn't matter how much money you have, wealthy or not, they feel even more lonely than normal, because they don't have anybody to talk to or be around, and so it's tough. Like, pray for people who really need it. Yeah. And I mean really pray. Not like that sort of, I pray for you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? When people say, I pray for you, just because they're not going through it.
You ever see people say that?
I pray for you. Really pray for people, because it's really hard out here for a lot of folks.
Yeah. What's his name? Bishop Jakes. Mm-hmm. He said, you don't want everybody just out there praying for you. Right. Yeah, true. Right. You know what I mean? Everybody's out there, I pray for you. Some people ain't praying. They're doing something else and doing the opposite.
Look at it. It's shiny. It's firm.
These were cool.
It firms and moistens.
I love these little shit. This is the same one we've been using, you guys. That same one. Under eye gel, the gold gel one.
I put it in the fridge. Remember that Parliament Funkadelic guy? And he has that black. That's what it looks like. It looks like that.
You guys, we watched the Parliament Funkadelic concert from 1977 in Houston.
Yeah, Houston.
The Houston concert. Parliament Funkadelics Houston concert 1976. YouTube. Watch that concert. That is such a good concert.
They're so before that.
And our mom, I talked to our mom about this, and she's like, oh, she went. She went. Not to the one in Houston, but she went to Parliament's concerts, and she's like, it's just so much fun.
Those who know me know I'm obsessed with the 70s.
I love 70s.
I'm obsessed. Like, the music, the TV shows, the clothes, the people, the lingo.
Something about 70s seemed very original.
I just love that decade. Mm-hmm. That is like my favorite. And I was born in 76, but I didn't get to enjoy it as much as I would have if I had been my mother's age.
Parliament might be one of my favorite groups, though.
I love music from the 70s. I love TV shows from the 70s. I like the way they dressed. I like all of that. It was a great decade. Yeah.
I mean, most of them
were way cooler than mine. To me, there's there's no cooler decade than the 70s.
Well, that's because it was original.
Right. That's because it was original. All the decades, if you want to say the definition of cool, would have been the 70s. No decade was cooler than the 70s. Not even mine. Not even my generation was cooler than that. You know what I mean? So, you got to watch Parliament. It's really a great concert. It's interesting. It's funny. And that was back in the times with the concerts. Because, we didn't have like YouTube and stuff like that now, but everybody went to concerts. Even when we were younger. Concerts,
My mom
back
said,
when radio was big.
Yeah. My mom said when she went to the concert, she's like, I think she said most concerts back then in the 70s that they didn't even bother to put out chairs.
No,
because they knew that everybody was
like
going to
stand up.
Yeah, I just like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that idea.
I do, and it's like it's good because it's like it's almost like the change. Like everyone was moving forward from that silent era, but at the same time it was still old school. Yeah, because we still didn't have the internet. We still had like 4 TV stations. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It just was one of those like I felt like that's like where I was supposed to be born. Yeah. Like I was supposed to be an adult then. Like a connection of that decade.
Yeah, maybe you were.
Yeah, maybe I was
past life.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
True buddy. Danny likes the 50s.
I like the 50s style. I like the 70s music.
She likes the clothes and stuff.
I like the 50s. 70s music is that's it. Then no one reaches that. But the 50s like style,
like clothes, and she is right to say that the clothes and things there, because everybody who is like my grandmother and even my mom, you know what I mean, says that, and I can even say this now because we just bought a Keurig that cost over $200, and that thing broke down in one month, and
we got that double.
My mother had a Mr. Coffee that she could probably that she had for
and we bought a Mr. Coffee. We bought her
right. I bought my mom a Mr. Coffee for it was like my first gift to her when I was 15. Yeah, and I'm not.
It was a cappuccino maker.
It was like a white like Mr. Coffee thing, and it had like a coffee machine and a cappuccino maker. And
that thing lasted forever.
I kid you not. That thing cost $30, and my mother used that well after we graduated from high school.
It had to be like over a decade.
I bought a Keurig for over $200, and it broke in a year. And this is my second one.
So this is what they say about new cars too.
Mm-hmm. Nothing is as good as it used to be. But what I was saying is like even with clothes, Daniel likes the clothes. Then it's because anytime you talk to ladies from that time period, they always go, the clothes were made much better. Well,
first of all, I just love the idea of the gloves, that hat. They used to wear a hat all the time. The clothes are very structured and tailored. And you know what I mean? And then there's the stitching of the clothes was just so impeccable. I love the 50s style though. But that's my style. Yeah. Like just in general, like when I think about like the kind of home that I want, is a very it's a modern style home. Like it's I like very structured architecture. So like I like things to be a little bit more boxy. Yeah. A little bit more boxy, and then like within the home it warm it up a bit in some ways, but that's how I feel about my clothes too. Yeah. I like everything to be a little bit more structured, tailored, you know, blazers and stuff like that.
I guess that's true.
And Carol likes more flowy.
And that makes sense because the 70s was all about being comfortable. Yeah. Nobody was wearing a bra. Yeah. Right. Everybody was wearing afros. Everybody's clothes were, if they were really tight, you were skinny anyway. So you could wear it. But nothing was tight. Cling to you.
But your style is more flowy. But I am very, her home styles too. Like,
it's like that, yeah.
Our homes are our dream homes look different. Yeah.
Because I'm more of a I like beauty and stuff, but I also like comfort. Yeah. I like the idea of comfortable beauty. You know what I mean? Where everything looks really nice but inviting. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so I would say like you're right. With the decades, Danielle does like that like structured area, but that makes sense because she does like the 50s and that was more structured, where everything was corsets and and little everything had a place. Yeah. But in the 70s, everything was very comfortable, and I always say still kind of sexy in a way. And I feel like that's my vibe. Yeah. I've always wanted to do. We were going to do a video about bucket lists. I was going to do this, but one of the bucket lists that I have is I always wanted to do a 1950s photo shoot. Yeah. I always want to do like a 70s photo like a 1950s photo shoot cool. Where it's like those pinup thing, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, some kind of cute like 1950s, like a whole look, like a whole lookbook of just 1950s. So that is so much fun to me. If I was from the 70s, I would want to look like my mom. Yeah. Oh yeah, my mother's gorgeous. Like I would want to look exactly like my mother. Yeah. If I had to come back. If I got to go to the 70s and go back in time, I'd want to come back as my mom. Yeah. Because she was just pretty. Yeah, Carol looks just like my mom though. I'm not saying I'm pretty though. I'm not trying to say I'm not trying to think I'm cute. Though I am attracted to older men, and I think it's because they come from that decade. Yeah, that's why though. You know what I mean? That's why. I think it's what it is. It's like I'm so attracted to that decade that I do tend to fall in love with men who are in their like late 50s because I love the stories. You want to hear the story? Carol gonna date people who share stories. No, it's just that I like their vibe. They come from that era and they still have it. It'd be super weird if you're like, just tell me the stories. Just tell me the stories. You're like, why are you always obsessed with my stories? I am obsessed though. I have an obsession. Okay, you guys. That's it for today, you all. We are
We're gonna eat now. Kara made delicious carrot cake.
I made a carrot cake.
Kara made a bomb carrot cake. Kara is the baker of the family. Anyways, the carrot cake is bomb. It's wonderful.
And thanks for the new subscribers.
We looked the other day. We're like, okay, we have some more people. You know, we never thought that 100 people.
Right. I never even thought 100.
We never thought 100.
I thought 50 people would want to watch me all day. But the fact that we do have
close to 300, that's good. That's good. So guys, thank you so much for subscribing to our channel. Yeah, don't forget to, again, I'm gonna say this again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. If you have any topic ideas, go ahead and drop a comment below, or you can just email us. I'll put the email here, and that's it.
That's it.
Everybody have a really good weekend. We shall see you next week. Bye.